Yes, I know that I know that I know. It's one of my favorite old hymn book songs. We used to sing that song years ago. I recorded it on an instrumental album, but I still like to play it. It's got 3 verses on here. It makes it kind of long, but it's still a good old song. Well, I'm glad you're here. Those that have chose to stop by on Charlie Beatonbow's page on Facebook, and pickle for you. I wasn't sure if we was going to get home in time. I posted a line. Linda and I left sometime this morning before lunch and went over to Georgia. I went over to the mayor's house. I hadn't seen him in a month since we was on a long trip, and Linda's been helping his wife with some decoration stuff. They're having a show thing, open house, Christmas house showing. I don't forget what they call it, but anyway, people showing their decorated houses and all this stuff. And so Linda's been helping her with that. And so the mayor and me, we got out in the rain and went to the tool shop and started over in Marietta, the Northern Tool, and see what they had on sale and messed around. Then we went to eat Mexican. The time we left, it was dark. And we drove home. We had an hour, so made it all right. But I want to pick for you. Well, let's see what I hadn't played this in a pretty good while. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. Looking for a city. It's been a while since I played that. I thought that one was a little flat. Yeah, there we go. Bit of a fret rattle here with these strings. I changed, used the same gauge, but I guess wintertime comes and it's cooler, and I don't know if the wood contracts or shrinks a little bit of what, but it's got just a little bit of fret rattle if you hit it too hard. But I have it adjusted down to where the action on the strings It's real low. Yeah. I said Yes I Know was one of my favorite hymn book songs, but one of my favorite all-time old songs is right here. Well, I'm glad I know who holds tomorrow. It's one of my, like I said, one of my favorites. I got an iPad laying here somewhere. I had 5 iPads. I gave one to my brother. Linda wanted an iPad. She had a tablet. She didn't like it. Android. I gave her an iPad. I'm down to 3 now. That's good. I want to play my tracks on. I got one that I use for my general iPad, and then I got another one over here that I use for. Sometimes I run my mixer off of it. Whatever. Let me see if I can find my old page here. See if I'm on live. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be 10 comments. Hey, wow, Lord. That's fast. 10 comments. Hey, wow, Lord. That's fast. Oh, that's crazy. I got something going on here. Oh, I know. I always forget this. I don't know why. What is it about getting in your 70s that you forget things? I kept hearing myself double, and I pick up this iPad and I forget to turn it down. Anyway, Neil Pope, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Ronald Snyder's on here. Ronald Ray is always shows up. Faithful Ray, that's what I'm going to call you, buddy, because you are faithful to this program. We appreciate it. Thanks. And, of course, Neil. And Jim Lowe, that's another faithful buddy right there. I've known Jim since he was a little bitty baby boy back a long time ago. And Papa Joe, he's there. And Steve Holder, it's good. It's good to see you, brother. I've been going to call you for about 2 or 3 years. I ain't got around to it. We need to get back up there to Goldsboro and see you folks. Maybe catch it Wednesday night and do some of this stuff live. Anyway, but it sure is good to see you on here, Steve. Hope everything's going well with you, buddy. Hey, Miss Harold, appreciate you showing up at our service a couple weeks ago over in Smithsburg, Maryland, you and your brother. Good to see you guys. And all right, headed to Pigeon Forge. Papa Joe, you going to Pigeon Forge? Bless your heart, bud. Traffic. Linda and I was been up there a couple times in the last month or so. We was up for the National Quartet Convention for a couple days. Man, traffic. They had some kind of little mini car show with a bunch of loud cars backfiring and popping and making a racket, and the town was crowded. And it was, but we went back up there. Was up there 2 weeks ago. Week before last, we finished a 13-day tour, and which that was the big one for the year. And we come back to Pigeon Forge for Barnabas Ministries BMI Fellowship meeting for 2 days. And it was pretty peaceful, pretty quiet because it's Monday and Tuesday. Was able to get around town pretty well. And so, but boy, I tell you, if you're going up for the Christmas lights on the weekend, bud, anywhere you go, pack your lunch because you'll probably need it. What can I play? What can I play? What can I play? I hadn't played this in a long, long time. Good old hymn book song. I did this song during our Instruments of Praise tour a few years back, and it was so fun. So I enjoyed so much doing the tour, and I'd start playing a song in just a few minutes till everybody in the congregation be singing along with that song. And this is one that everybody sung along with. come to the garden all alone, while the dew is still on the roses. It's early in the morning, isn't it? I bought a couple of new tuners. I'll use Snark, S-N-A-R-K tuners, and I had some. They were really bigger, and I liked. And I saw a real deal online on a couple Snark, smaller, but I haven't got quite the touch to it. You got your middle and your green light comes on, but then there's quite a few little bars on them. I'll learn this thing in a minute. Okay, it gets to one solid line. You got it. Pretty close. I didn't ask Sister Linda if she's even coming in here. She drove me home. She drove up to Rockmart, Georgia, where we used to live. It's 48 miles up there and 48 back. Not a bad drive. She drove up there and back. And I just kind of sat up there real quiet. Kept my mouth shut so I'd stay out of trouble. And she drove me back. Well, she's going to drive some tomorrow. We're going to head out in the morning to the kids up in the Carolinas. And I've just been trying to figure out a way and how to go over through the country, maybe through Knoxville. I'll have to drive 50 or 60 miles out of the way. But I just don't think I'm up to Interstate 85 around Spaghetti Junction through Atlanta. All that mess up 85, Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte. Such a lot of traffic, and up through on up. I think I'm going to go over through the country and across the mountain through Asheville. Asheville will be the only big city. I've never seen bad traffic in Asheville, but 40 is a good road once you get across the mountain, and right on over Winston-Salem, right over by Neil Pope's house. I'll toot the horn, Neil, when I come by, and right over and take the exit that goes down to baby girl's house, and we'll have turkey and and whatever, and do Thanksgiving there and spend a couple of days and then come back. We're going up there, and then the next week she's coming down here, and then in a couple of weeks after that we're going to meet her and Dylan in Nashville, I think, for Regeneration Nashville service, and then we'll come back home, and then we'll drive to North Carolina again for Christmas. So we ain't sitting still, and I guess old folks sit still, they go to sleep, don't they? Speaking of sleep, I didn't get a nap today. I usually try to get a couple of little short naps, and maybe when I get through picking here in about another 5 or 10 minutes, I might turn all this stuff off and just take me a pre-nap before I go to bed. But anyway. I'm just looking here. I don't mean to waste your time, but see what I played. I played the Taylor last week, the whole program. Let's see what this turns out like. Lord, I forgot how many. I made that track for the banjo from for friend, pastor friend of mine down in Lower Alabama, and Ricky Cannon said, "I want you to bring that banjo and play 'I'll Fly Away," and I did, and I haven't used that track then, but I forgot there's an extra chorus. Again, I'm old enough to forget, so. I'll pick another song here and I'll get out of here, put this thing up. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. I always do. I always look first thing when I sign off to see how many people have watched, and it's always exciting to see the numbers go up and to know how many people watched when it was actually live. But you could pick it up anyway, and those of you that share the program, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That because when not only you see it, your friends see it and take an interest, they watch it, and the numbers going up there, and we appreciate that very much. And well, let's see one more. Well, I'll play this song on the acoustic guitar. I'll play it again tonight on the electric guitar, because if I go a couple of weeks, somebody will request that I play this song, because it's a great song Andre Crouch wrote back probably, I don't know, I started hearing it in the 70s, and everybody in the world started singing it. But you know, Linda and I are working on 55 years. It's coming June, which will just be 7 months now. It seemed like we just had an anniversary. June was just here, and it's already coming up on December next week. And then this coming June will be 55 years. And we've seen a lot of things happen in those 55 years. God has been faithful. God has never failed us. He's never left us lack or wanting, He's always took care of us. But we have been through some things, and if we didn't have God in our life and didn't have our Savior Jesus to intercede for us in these times, it would I can't imagine what it would have been like when I lost my sister and brother-in-law in a tragic event, and then I see my dad have a stroke and watch him lay on that bed, not be able to breathe, and slowly drift out of this world. And a lot of things we've seen happen. Linda took care of her mom for 3.5 years with cancer eating away at her body, and was her only caretaker. And so we've seen some stuff, but God has been so faithful. Lord, sometimes I just feel guilty that I haven't been the child. You know, I think every parent is proud of a model child, and I think God would feel the same way. And I don't want to be a disappointment to God. I want to be faithful to Him and do what He wants us to do. Many times I have failed Him, Lord, but I'm glad He didn't, what's the old saying, throw the baby out with wash water. That He's kept me, He's provided for me through it all. I love the way the song says, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. I've learned to trust in God's Word through it all. And I'm going to play this, and I'm going to say good night to you. Thank you for stopping by.